Welcome back. This is part 5 and the final installment of our series to Nanga virtual tour. We're picking up right where we left off. We are making our way over the Han River on the Trang Bridge, and it is still raining. And I actually put a picture there of the Nguyen Van Troy Bridge, which is next to this bridge that I spoke about at the end of the previous video. Up ahead, we'll come to Asia Highway 17 yet again. And you can tell we're just crisscrossing the city. As we go through the roundabout, I'm going to show a separate video that we'll get ready to cut through here in a minute. But this is still just kind of a little connection road that goes from the bridge to Asia Highway 17. So I wanted to show you, and again, as soon as we get to this roundabout, this video is going to freeze and an overlay video is going to pop up. But we're not far from our second shop, Senorita's Salon. And I kind of just wanted to show you going through some back streets to our local market that we do a lot of shopping for our lunches and stuff to get food to prepare for. We usually cook for our staff every day. So this is a few streets over from where the other video cut frame, and we're about a half a mile from Senorita's Salon heading on Fantu. We could go to the end of the street and take Asia Highway 17 to the market, but where's the fun in that? So this is actually a pretty heavily expat area as well. Oh, there's a little bus. You just actually start to see a lot more signs in this side of the city that are in English. So we are going to follow up here. You'll see a lot of the motorbikes are going to take the same turn. So we're going to follow these bikes in front of us on the little Moto Labyrinth shortcut through some incredibly tight alleys. When you get into the neighborhoods, and you'll see this more when we head home later, the alleys can get really tight. Most Vietnamese who own houses in the city live on smaller back alleys like this one. As you can see, the cost of an automobile is not the only restrictive quality of ownership. Many have nowhere to park their cars. Only those with enough money to own a house on a wider street or in a modern apartment building with a parking deck usually have cars. You can see there's some guys stopped there doing a little picking. There are actually burdensome to have a car here. I couldn't imagine. So we're going to take a really sharp turn here, right, and be very slow about it because we can't see anybody if anybody's coming. And there we go. In fact, a lot of people that have cars that don't have much room park them in their living rooms. It's pretty interesting. Oh, there's a little car. So up here we're gonna take another little left-hand curve here, and then we're gonna cross at the top of the street. We're gonna cross over Ba Huyen Tan Quan, and then this will be into Bac Mayen Market. And it is a typical wet market. You'll find street vendors around the periphery selling fruit and prepared food. And there's the entrance to the market. And then on the inside you can get everything from clothing to fresh meat and seafood. Now we're going to cruise through the outside of the market. You can see a little spot there where you can park a motorbike for like 5,000 VND, which is, I don't know, 15 cents or something. Parking's pretty cheap. Even at the mall parking, I think it's like 3,000 VND. Maybe even just 2,000 here, which is like 1/20th of a dollar. So, yeah, there's a little guy selling some food there. So we're gonna head back up to the main street And that's Asian Highway 17 up there at the end. You can see those massive trucks going through. So we're going to come back to the round. I just cut that because we were one street over from the roundabout. So here we are, back on the main road. So this is Nguyen Van Toi. This is a few streets over from our shop. We're just going to head up to the beach at the end of the street. And like I said, this is a very heavily expat area, so you'll see just anything. You get Thai food here. There's a taco bar down the street from here. Me and Jim actually went and got some tacos and burritos the other day at Tacos Da Nang. That was okay. Let's see, it's gonna come across. I feel like somebody's about to pull out in front of me up here. And there we go. 2 of them. All right. That double dipper. So up here, you can see a lot of construction towards the beaches. There's just tons of construction on the beach itself. Hotels, resorts, it's just a lot. So this is basically Mikey Beach. We're going to turn left here on Vo Nguyen Giap, and then we're going to run pretty much the length of Mikey towards Son Tra Mountain. The section of the beaches, like I said, it's called Mikey, which is just under 22 miles of beaches in Da Nang. You're never far from one. The beaches obviously extend far beyond the city limits, and the beaches in central Vietnam are just endless. With boardwalks running most of the length of the beach from the southern edge of Da Nang all the way to the mountain, the beaches of Da Nang are a wonderful place to cool off, get a little exercise, do some surfing, or just enjoy the stunning view. I took that picture that just popped off from the 17th floor of the Holiday Hotel a couple weeks ago when we were playing a little not for money poker match. And again, once we go through, you'll notice a lot of the buildings wrapped in green, or you'll notice the cranes hanging off of them. Construction on the beach side of Da Nang is just incredible. The amount of, there's Hyatts and Sheratons and just everything you can think of popping up here. The majority of the peninsula side was undeveloped until the recent couple of decades. So it's just lots and lots of infrastructure being built, and just foreign investment flooding this coastal section of the city. In fact, it's probably going to turn into kind of an Asian Riviera. I mean, it's already become, Da Nang itself has already become a huge tourist destination for a lot of the Asian market. Koreans, Japanese, even middle-class Chinese love coming to Da Nang. You know, with the casinos, the miles of beach, vibrant nightlife, and amazing food, it really is becoming a top destination spot in the region. I think is estimated that there are, I don't remember the exact number, 100,000 expats in Vietnam, and that number is growing steadily. Again, you can see all the buildings blanketed with their protective barriers for construction purposes. You know, right now we're in the rainy season, so the beach isn't the most beautiful place to visit, but it really is a stunning place when the weather's right. And the weather's right a lot. It's the rainy season lasts about 3 months, but usually you get a pretty good amount of sunny days in the 3 months of weather. We've been very unfortunate this year with just tropical storm after tropical storm. And I love the beach here too, because you've got the Central Mountain in the background. And here's another video, or another picture I took of the beach in a beautiful time. I think actually those pictures are from March, which is one of the best times of the year to visit Da Nang. You can see the Lady Buddha out there on the mountain. Oh, we kind of lost her there, but she was out there, always looking over on the beach. So when you get to the northern end of the beach, where the side of the peninsula that Diem and I live on, there you can see the Lady Buddha out there. It's not necessarily the swimming end of the beach. Most of the people swim on the southern side. This is more, you get more towards the fisherman's end of the beach, at least for in Da Nang. There's not a terribly lot amount of boats out there right now. There's just been so many storms coming through, but here you can see one of the little straw boats and some of the other boats out there. And I'm slowing down here because there's actually fishermen pulling in nets as we speak, so you can take a look out there and see them, which means the seafood market near our house should be getting ready to get opened up and going here shortly. So now we're going to swing into our neighborhood. This is Trung Din. We only travel a short distance up. And there's a temple up here. Let's see, usually somebody... Yeah, there we go. That guy almost got me. So we're going to pass this temple up here, right there, and then that's going to be my cue to turn up ahead. And I'm going to turn right up here on Vu Trong Phan. And then you'll be able to see that this is a pretty tight little area in the neighborhood. Not a lot of room for error. Of course, it's been raining a lot too. It's a cool kid. See, this truck's coming. He's going to squeeze me over. Up by this purple covered motorbike to the left, you'll see our youngest Sue's school. And here's a picture of us picking her up when we closed early for Typhoon Noel. And we're just going to keep winding around. Here we're going to turn left onto Ho Ho Lam, which will almost immediately curve to the right and turn into Ly Tan Trung. And at this curve is where the seafood market is in our neighborhood. It's called Cho Chu Gad Nam Market. And you can already see the produce vendors sitting up there on the corner. And then it's usually a later in the day market after the fishermen have all come in for the day. And here's some videos of the corner of us going through the market, perusing the offerings. You can get pretty much anything you can imagine out of the sea there. So we have pretty much come full circle as I prepare to run this red light up here, as this guy who's about to go from a stop to cut me off and then squeeze me over, he's going to run this red light with me, but it turns green right when we get to it, so that's good. We're going to take a, let's see, he's going to speed up through the neighborhood. It's crazy. We're going to take a left up here, and you'll see, not this street, but the next one. You'll see an orange tarp here in the corner that covers up a little night street vendor that sells bun cha kai that we enjoy sometimes. That little tarp right there, and there's that bowl of bun cha kai right there. And as we turn into the apartment, that will conclude our video, and it will conclude the series. I hope you've enjoyed our virtual tour of Da Nang. We really enjoyed putting it together. If you enjoyed it, please smash that like button and subscribe for more videos. As if there are any requests or something like that, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'd be happy to accommodate. Stop now. Again, this is Dennis and camera woman DM, my beautiful wife of the Constant Epicurean. thanks for watching.